Hey everybody, and welcome to Binder Minder, and it is that time again. It is mail day. It's been a couple weeks, really, on my timeline. Maybe not for you guys, but I have been getting in a lot of stuff, and I've got more coming. Been chipping away at a couple of different projects, multiple decks. So we've got, let's see, I've got my wife is building a zombie deck. I'm still building my Iron Man deck, but I don't know if I have any cards for that in here or not. Maybe one or two. I've finally buckled down, and I'm working on getting this stuff for my Templar Knight deck, and then I've got this other small project which I'm calling Bird Fight. Just a little deck. It's literally a deck that's less than $20 in cards, which makes it really hard to get all the cards because all the cards are like 5-10 cents and stuff like that. So I've been chipping away at that thing as well. The idea behind that one is I want a deck that is so cheap that I'm comfortable not sleeving it and just running it, bare cards, rifle shuffling the deck, and then showing up with the thing just literally in rubber bands or something along those lines, just throwing it down on the table just to kind of get in everybody's heads. And it's a kind of a chaotic deck, so it should be kind of fun too. So anyhow, one of these days I need to just go through and show off some of my decks. None of them are that crazy. I like building cheaper, mid-range decks that are fun to play, but they still do well usually. Anyhow, so we got a few of these from Spellfinder. There might even be more. I order from them sometimes. My wife loves ordering from Spellfinder because they usually have a lot of everything you need, and at least 50% of it is pretty decent prices. So anyhow, we got all those decks in the works, and then of course, as always, stuff that are going in our binders. My wife's Final Fantasy stuff is still chipping away. I don't know if we have any of those in here. Her cat card collection is shrinking. I think we're down to, well, I can pull it up here actually. There's no point in guessing here. With the stuff I've ordered that's not here yet as well, she's down to 27 cards she needs. We still haven't pulled the 3 cards from the Final Fantasy box. That's just because I haven't actually organized her cards for the last couple boxes we've opened up yet. I mean, I organized them, but I haven't put them in her main boxes yet. Anyhow, so we're still chipping away at that one. But I mean, that's 300 and some cards we've been working on. And then, of course, we have the Edge of Eternity Stellar Sight, all the other stuff we've been working on too. So there's just tons of stuff in the old binder. So, I definitely have Iron Man cards because this first card is an Iron Man card. Storm the Vault, that's for my Iron Man deck, artifact deck. Port Town, this is going to be for the Templar Knight deck. I'm pretty sure some of these I'm just not going to be 100% sure what deck it's going into. So especially since the zombie deck and the bird fight deck, some of them, I think there's a couple of the cards actually the same. Noxious Gearhawk. Don't really know which deck this is going into, to be honest. We'll have to figure that one out. It is a deck, though. Sisters of the Undead. So there is one of the Dracula cards in foil. So that's a collection card. And speaking of Dracula, we have Dracula, Lord of Blood, non-foil. And then Dracula, the Voyager as well. So I've made some progress on the Dracula cards in this one. We'll finally start to fill in some gaps there. This mirror, this is definitely going to be for that bird fight, the cheap deck. So the bird fight deck, the whole thing is with the commander, and I actually have the commander in here, but it's benefits to anything that has double names, so artifact creature, that kind of stuff. So anything, which is probably this Noxious Gearhawk artifact creature. So that's probably going to be for that deck as well. Vanquisher's Banner, that's probably for my Templar Knight deck. Pact of the Serpent, no idea. Formless Genesis, Kindred Sorcery, probably going to be for that deck since it's a black or green. Sea of Clouds, this is definitely for the Templar Knight deck. Kindred Discovery, same thing. Looks good in that extended art. Actually, that might actually be for the upgrades to my Tempest Hawk deck. So we'll see. I'll have to look for that. Staff of Domination. This is for the Iron Man deck. Ketra's Monument. This could be a couple decks. We'll have to figure that one out as well. Like I said, there's a lot of cards ordered for a lot of decks. So I'll have to sort through it all. Start to blend together eventually. Alright, Petrified Field. This is going to be for the collection. This is one of those borderless poster cards. And this is right here, this Cosmic Oif borderless. This is also part of the collection. I really like these, I can't remember what they call them now. Surreal Space, I think, artwork with the borderless cards are really cool. Mass Calcify, this is going to be for the Templar Knight deck for sure. Going to have a lot of sorting at the end of this one, I think. Alright, so this pathway, it's a white and a blue pathway. This could be for the Templar Knight deck, or it could be for my bird deck. We'll find out. Alright, Solemn Sacred Lack Room. Bloodthirsty Blade. Not really sure. There's a cat card. Artifact Creature, it's probably going to be in the Bird Fight deck. Artifact Creature, Cat Soldiers, that's a cat. Another cat, another cat. Another Artifact Creature, and then a cat. Command Tower, could be any of these. Might be my wife's deck. Enchantment Creature. Artifact Land, definitely going to be in the Bird Fight deck. Really should just make a pile for decks at this point and sort it out afterwards. Blinkmoth Nexus, this is the borderless but non-poster. Dust Bowl with the poster. Echoing Deeps poster. I really tried when I was ordering these things. There's obviously a lot of the more expensive cards that I'm still going to need to get, but I tried to focus on getting more of the poster cards because these are only available in collector boosters, and right now, obviously, the majority of the collector boosters have been open, so they won't continue showing up as much. Where the play boosters, at some point, are going to get a reprint. Hissing Quagmire again, Terrain Generator. This Wormcoil Engine is the cheapest version of this card that's not a standard card. So with this is going into that Iron Man deck. I'm not 100% sure that I'd say that this fits the aesthetic or the visuals on that deck, but pretty much every card in that deck is a borderless extended art whenever possible, or a secret lair. And this is a secret lair, even if it is, what most people consider to be an ugly card. I'd say it's pretty ugly. It's kind of neat, but kind of ugly at the same time. So, all right. I see some more. I think this is a cat. King Cheetah. It doesn't say cat on here, but I'm pretty sure that is a cat. So some of these, they won't say cat on it, but they've been changed on future versions to be considered a cat. Cat Beast there, another cat, another cat. This one right here is kind of hard to get because this is actually only available in a commander deck. From Streets of New Capenna, Grave Titan. This is going to be in, no, that might be in my wife's. We'll figure it out later. I think it's in my wife's deck. I'm not sure. Knight's Charge. That's going to be in the Templar Knight deck. Murderous Rider. That's in my wife's deck for sure. Cat Warrior. Cat. Binding of the Old Gods. I think that's in our Bird Fight deck. This is the commander for the Bird Fight deck, by the way. Which is one of the commanders from Duskmourn. But I thought it'd be fun. So when it enters and whenever you play a card with 2 or more card types, each player creates a tapped 2/2 black bird creature token with flying. The tokens are goaded for the rest of the game. So they can't attack me and they have to attack every turn. This has got Menace and Reach, which is useful, but more than anything, anytime I have this thing out and I'm able to play any of these things, because almost everything I have has multiple creature or multiple types, including some of my lands. Everybody's going to be getting a whole bunch of those two black birds, and they're just going to be fighting each other, which is why it's called bird fights. Like I said, $20 deck. It's just going to be chaotic. Should be fun. I'm going to have to get a ton of those 2/2 black bird creature tokens though, and I haven't gotten any of those so far. And I'm going to guess that those are probably only available with that commander deck too, so it should be fun. Demonic Covenant, that's going to be in that deck. Midgrace Judgment, probably in that deck. This is another cat. Another cat. Open the Gates. I think that's for my wife's deck. I'm just going to kind of mix those in with mine. Pygmy Kavu. I was thinking this might be a cat, but we'll throw it in with this and we'll find out. Flooded Strand Extended Art. This is going to be for the Templar Knight deck. Power Depot. It's an artifact land, so that's definitely going to be in the bird fight deck. Unearth, I think it's my wife's deck. Mysterious Blood and Illness, another Dracula card. Death Reap Ritual. It's one of those two decks. Harmonize, that's going to be in my deck, I think. Doomblade is in her deck. Star Winder. This is going to be for the borderless stuff. Same thing with this. It's Nova Hellkite. I love this card. Cool art. Alright. Grove of the... I can't even say it. Born Willows, I guess. Eldrazi Temple in the poster. Feels like there's another card in there. Nope. Doesn't look like it. And Blaststone in the poster. And then our last one right here. Let's see what's in this thing. So, Raise the Palisade. This is definitely going to be for the finishing the upgrade to my Tempest Hawk deck. And then these two, Y'shtola, Knights Blessed, and Grala, Tia, Scion Reborn. These are two cat cards that are from the Final Fantasy Commander decks that we had to pick up for her cat collection as well. Alright, I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to sort all this out. Get everything scanned in, sleeved up, and ready to go. And then I'll see you guys when I have all that finished and we're ready to put a couple things into binders. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Well, no time for you guys, and it'll definitely be a while for me because I got a lot to sort here. Alright, so got everything handled, I think. Took quite a while to get everything sorted, and then I got everything ready to go in my wife's cat binder. So we're going to start off with the first one, which is going to be Arcbound Shikari. So it's an ARC. We're in the A's, but we're not in the ARCs, right? So here's the Arcbound. Wow. I guess we already ordered this one twice. Whoops. Blade of the Sixth Pride is going to be the next one. We got the B's right here. Let me get the list out here just so we get this correct. I could actually go, alphabetical order, but it is late. It's almost midnight. All right, Blade of the Sixth Pride is going to be after Black Market Tycoon, so it's going to go right there. And next up we got Kate Sith Fortune Teller. So we'll get to the C's. It's going to be after Bronze Hide Lion, so it's going to be right here. That means we completed a page, which is good. Ferocious is our next one. It's going to be after Ferocious Tigerilla. It goes right there. That completes a page too. Starting to get to that point where we're, filling in those gaps. Grala, Tia, Scion Reborn. It's going to go after, or it's going to go before Grizzled Leoto. If I can find that one. It's going to go right here. And then this, we actually have this one too. I just don't have it. It's in her Final Fantasy card stuff. Kimba's Skyguard is going to be the next one. That's going to go after Kimba's Legion. There's the J's, the K's, so there's Kimba's Legion. And then right after that is actually this Kamaria Valiant Guardian, and King Cheetah as well. So that actually fills in all of that page too. So that's another page down. Good to see more pages getting finished. Next thing is Leonin Armor Guard, which I think is going to be on this page right here. Goes right here, leaving just one left on this page. And then we have another L. This is Leori. Let's see where this one goes. There's so many L's. So it's going to go after Leonin War Leader. So it's going to be all on another page, I think. Was that the previous one? Or did I just not have a spot for it? Oh, it's yet another one that I double ordered. I don't know how I managed to do that when I removed them off the list, but Nakati Hide Pride or Hunt Pride. Get to the ends here. It's gonna be right after the Invoker. If I've got that. Yep, right there. Next thing is in the P's. Pratic Firecat, and it's going to have to go after Paper Tiger, so it's going to be right here. And then this right here, this Boss's Confidence is going to go right here, and then that one. So we actually complete this page, which gives the full 2 pages done. I think we might be done with, no, we still have one more on that page. We got a few there. And then we go towards the end here for this last 2. It's a Y and a Z. So we'll go all the way towards the end. There's the W's. All right, Yestola. She's going to go after right after Yigra, however you say it, right there, Eater of All. And then this one right here is her third from the last. It's going to go, so there's Zodiac Czar and right here. So there's only one left on this page, or none on this page left. So not too bad. All completed. All completed, one missing. So 2, 1. Definitely getting complete, and I do have more coming. Hopefully we don't have too many more that I messed up and reorder them. But, you know, most of the ones we've ordered or that we got coming in here at this point are cheap. It's just I'm finding them as I'm ordering other stuff. So, and I'm going to switch binders, get over to one of my binders so we can chip away at some of this other stuff. I think I got the camera situated for you guys to be able to see. So what we got a couple things. We got a whole bunch of these Stellar Sights, and then we have Dracula, more of the borderless cards. So Stellar Sights. It's going to go with those Stellar Sights, Dracula cards. All right, I don't know if any of those are in this binder. My binders have moved around so much lately that I'm just completely lost as to what is in what. I really haven't done much in this binder. This has got most of the old stuff. Still got cards missing from this one. Yeah, this is going to have the secret layer. So let me switch to binders again just a second. I did get a new binder in. I haven't touched it yet. And funny enough, Valdex has just released a whole bunch of their special color series again. And I'm seriously considering picking up 1 or 2 of those as well, because the issue I have with these is I've already pretty much run out of all the colors that are available, at least on Amazon. And they have some of my favorite colors, at least my orange they have on there. And like the pink is pretty cool because it's bright and it, it'll stand out. So I might end up picking up a couple more of those. I don't really have any big specific plans. What I may do, though, is I may move the Special Guest into its own binder and then the Secret Layers into its own binder. Those are the ones that are kind of like slowly taking over, and that way they have some room to grow. And especially with lately, I haven't been getting either one of them in. That way we don't have to be flipping through those over and over and over again. But I don't know. We'll see. Kind of up in the air. I could probably do most of that even just with the having the one binder. So, all right. So we got all of these stellar sights. So let's chip away at these things. And these are a little weird because the way I have these organized is I have the original. So every other row is an original, and then every other row is a poster with the matching. So Eldrazi Temples here, Eldrazi Temples here. That means that they're in order by number every other one. It can get a little bit confusing, but we'll see here. So, speaking of Eldrazi Temple, I thought I had the other one of those, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. At least I put all. That's why I put all these labels in here to make it a little bit easier to try to track down. So I have that Echoing Deeps. Thought I saw that too. Yep. Let's see how many of these we can chip away at. So most of what I've been ordering isn't the expensive stuff. I think most of the most expensive cards I've ordered for these have been in the $5, $6, $7 range. Typically, I might find one for a decent price, and that's a $5, $6 card, and then I just see how many more cards that seller has, and sometimes I get lucky. With that, I've chipped away at almost all of the stuff that's like sub $2. I think there's like maybe 2 cards left. All right, High Market, Gemstone Caverns we're not going to have. Grove of the Billower, I think we have one of those. Yep. Got the original version of that one. Just see how many things I can get on this page before we switch pages. I definitely just ordered that High Market, but it's not here. Hissing Quagmire, I think I have both of those here, don't I? Yeah. I do still love these cards. The artwork on these things is amazing. The only downside to trying to complete the collection is I'm not really I'm picking these things up for the collection, not really picking them up for any of my decks. I kind of want to go through a few of my decks and see if I have any cards that are going to match these as well and try to swap them out. This Inventor's Fair, a buddy of mine, just pulled it in a pack. And I think we got a trade that worked out, so hopefully I'll be able to pick that up soon. So Inkmoth, Nexus, Lotus Field. I don't think I have a Lotus Field. Don't have either one of those. So let's go forward before we go back and see if there's anything up here. Mana Confluence, not going to have. Beautivault, Plaza Heroes, Petrified Field. I got that right here. There's Reflecting Pools down there. Those are expensive. I don't have those yet. Strip Mine, Shambling, Stormyard, Terrain Generator. Got a Terrain Generator. So what we have left? Blink Moth, Blast Zone, and Dust Bowl. So let's flip through those real quick and look for them. We know it's not on this page because we went through this. And same thing with this page. So there's a Dust Bowl. Blink Moth, the regular version, and Blast Zone. I see both of them here. Those Ancient Tombs. They have come down in price. This would be the best time for me to get them. I just don't want to spend the money. I just spent a bunch of money on some other stuff, and throwing down that much for those, not really the first thing I want to do. All right. So with the other Edge of Eternity's cards, these borderless cards, these should be in order by numbers. We got 309, 313, 306. So let's put 306 is going to go right here. 309 is going to go right there. Assuming these, so they're in order, but they're not necessarily one after the other. And then 313 is going to go right here because this is 314. So, assuming I didn't mess this up at all, I've got those there. I think that was, yeah, I'm pretty sure that those just fit on that page. I think there's one that goes right there. So, if so, that means I'm down to 3. Let's double check. I've got that. I can just look at my Moxfield order. Sort by set. Edge of Eternities. So I've got this Beyond the Quiet still in there because I want the foil version. Starwinder, I've got an extra Starwinder which is going to go over here. That's this one. I really like the other one. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. So yeah. Well, we'll get the other 3 of those. The only thing is that Quantum Riddler has just gone crazy in price. I don't know if you guys have seen that. That one's up to $30-some. I really should have got that when it was $20 before, but yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Does look like it might be falling off though, so we'll wait and see. Anyhow, now the only thing I have left are these 4 Dracula cards. I don't know where. Oh, there they are. Right here. Are they all on one page? Nope. 2 pages. And these are in order by number 2, I think. 333, 332. Cool. So 339, 341, 338, 343. So now I got them in order 338. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to go right there. 339 is going to go right there. 341 goes on the next page. So this is 340. Yeah. It's going to go in this top left corner. And then 43 is going to go right here. I believe this is the last card for this one. Pretty sure. There might be 2 more. I do have that up still. I can look at that too. As far as what I don't have, I mean, I've got a few things already on order as well. But I only have 2 left to order. Count Dracula and the 3 Weird Sisters, and both of those are about $5. It's not too bad. Maybe I'll knock that out. I obviously have some of these other ones coming as well, so that's not too bad to finish things up. We still have a bunch of other stuff to order. Still have those 3 Bloomburrow cards to finish. The Birds of Paradise on that one keeps going up in price as well. It's starting to raise up in price. Speaking of that, I've got Birds of Paradise cards to finish up that I've been chipping away at forever. We have 26 Stellar Sites to order still. Still need a bunch of SIDS. I need 12 more SIDS for my collection, not counting finishing my wife's Final Fantasy collection. 32 special guests. It does look like these next couple sets are going to have their own bonus sheets instead of special guests, which is a welcomed relief, I guess. But it does make me wonder if the plan is just to kind of move away from special guests a little bit, or is it just going to be for in-universe sets maybe? And let's see, what else do we have? Do we have anything else? There's those 3 Tarkir showcase cards, but I mean, other than Crater Hoof, which is dropped down to get the Japanese version of it, is down to $10, $12, which is not too bad. The other ones, Ugin and the Elspeth, are still up there, and I still have 3 more Mystical Archives. Yeah, it's just that Demonic Tutor is crazy. It's kind of like the Ancient Tube, you know. In fact, it's worse. The Demonic Tutor, which used to be about $100, is, I think, the cheapest ones are about $140 now. I'm just going to have to find the right price. They just spiked up in price. I'd love to see Demonic Tutor get reprinted so that at least those might drop down a little bit, but it's a little much. One of these days. Anyhow, don't want to waste your time anymore. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, this is Binder Minder. Thanks for watching. To put us in your binder, just like we've been doing here tonight. You just need to like and subscribe. Ring the bell to be notified. And you can also catch us on our social media, which is all linked down in the below. Until next time, have a great day. We'll see you soon. If I publish these in order, we'll be diving into the next Foundations Jumpstart box that my wife will be opening up. But we'll see. Sometimes I forget the order on these when I'm uploading them, so we'll see about that. But either way, we'll see you next time. Appreciate you watching. Have a great day. Bye.